Hello, traders and investors. It's Rod with POW Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap and an MJ Sector review. Today's review for Wednesday, June 30th. And in today's video, I'm going to do the MJ video all in one, as I do have an appointment to run to. And I'll put some timestamps in the description below as well for your convenience. But as the main topic of today's video, we're going to be discussing Hive Blockchain. So we'll look at why the stock was up today, and we'll go over the uplisting and what to expect here. It is expected to happen this week. So we'll look at some detailed Hive analysis as well, and what my thoughts are leading up to that uplisting and for the next few days ahead. Keep in mind that the markets in Canada are closed tomorrow due to Canada Day. So US equity markets will be open, and then we will resume our normal schedule on Friday. So before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel as we normally do. We'll go over some news and events on the day today, and then we'll look at the broader market. We'll look at the Hive chart, and then we'll look at the MJ space as well. So Hive Blockchain slated to begin trading on the NASDAQ this week. So it appears that they're in the final listing date connection with the drive to list on the US Big Board. The firm is set to commence trading on the NASDAQ capital markets later this week. So Hive common shares is set to commence on the NASDAQ at the open of markets on Thursday, July 1st, so tomorrow. The company has also disclosed its symbol, with the firm set to trade under the ticker HVBT. And the stock was up about 15% today and ran up into that. We saw a little bit of, sell the news, but profit taking there into the end of the day. And it's entirely possible that we see a sell the news generally if we run up to, an uplisting on the NASDAQ or the NYSE. It happened a lot of the time in the MJ space as well. Whenever we saw them graduate from the TSX to the NASDAQ or the NYSE, you'd usually see a run up and then usually a sell the news event. So we're going to be watching for that. That's what I would likely expect for tomorrow. But again, we did sell off a little bit there into the end of the day. So we'll look at that chart here in just a moment. Why NEO stock is moving higher today. So a lot of people were wondering if there was news on NEO. There was a price upgrade. So Wall Street analyst raised his bank's price target for the shares on a bullish note. So they raised it to $72 from $58.30. We also had a lack of resistance on the daily chart. So I could see it's definitely heading to that $72 area. But congrats to the NEO bulls out there today. Also, Ripple hires ex-MasterCard high-profile executive to expand RippleNet adoption in Europe. Also, MJ stock news, Curaleaf's Boris Johnson says that the Schumer pot bill expected to arrive in July. So we could be set for some fireworks, no pun intended, on July 1st or July 4th. Who knows? Let's see. Let me know in the comments below if you think they're going to announce legalization before the end of the year. I don't think they're going to legalize before the end of 2021, but I did a poll on our community page. You can check that out as well. Just go to POW Group, the POW Group channel, click on community. You can vote in that poll, but a lot of people are expecting that, the majority are expecting that they're going to announce it, and I'm of the same thinking. I think we're going to get the announcement at some point before the end of the year, and then we'll see the actual rollout in 2022. So let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments below. Tilray introduces its first cross-brand product collaboration and launches Canadian craft MJ brand with Broken Coast in the US. So you can check out that article for more detail on that, but BC Lager, so Broken Coast BC Lager. Also, Trulieve acquires licensed MJ store in Massachusetts for $13.5 million. And also I did a video earlier today. I recorded this webcast. So Canara Biotech and the CFO, Nicholas Sosiak, presented today. So you can check that out on my channel. And that was the virtual investor conference, MJ conference today. That was at 11:30 Eastern time. So really digging that company, Canara Biotech, and we're getting close to 18 cents resistance. If we get over that, we're likely going to see an explosive move higher, in my opinion, which is also the 52-week high. But extremely bullish on Canara Biotech. They also just bought T-God's facility. I did a video. You can check that out as well. So taking a look at the crypto space, we are seeing some green here, and Ethereum is just blasting off after holding 1700 support, and we are extremely bullish at the moment. Tons of bull volume. We're up about 10% here in the last hour or two, and everybody else, it's leading the market right now. So generally when Bitcoin tops out, which it looks like it has, and we saw a 50% retracement, generally in this part of the bull cycle, if we look at the past bull cycles, usually we see Bitcoin run first and then, a significant drop. And then we see that fifth and final wave from the Elliott wave count. And we could be seeing another fifth wave. But in my opinion, I think that Bitcoin's ultimately going to reach 80 to 100K this bull cycle, but I do expect that Ethereum and altcoins will outperform Bitcoin now that Bitcoin has seen the majority of its multiplier effect in this bull cycle. But again, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that. Do you think the bull market is still intact, or do you think that we're going to be entering a prolonged bear market? Personally, I think we are still in a bull market, and as long as we maintain that $28,000 on Bitcoin, we are extremely bullish and maintaining that $30,000 area. So taking a look at Hive had a pretty nasty sell-off there into the end of the day, but from the low here at 254, we had support at 241, which is key support. And if you've been tuning into this channel for a while now, we had that descending triangle that broke bearish, and I said we had support here at 222 and 241. So on this dip here last week at 254, you could have entered with a stop below 241 or 222, and then we had the NASDAQ uplisting news. So from that low, we jumped about 57%, so almost 60%. Congrats to the bulls. Personally, I bought that dip and I'm still holding, but I did take a little bit of profit there into the end of the day. And when we zoom into the 5-minute chart here, you can see that we had 395, essentially a double top. So that's when things started to go the other way. And then we entered a 5-minute downtrend with that lower low here when we lost a low of 377. And we tried a double bottom there at 379, but again, not surprising after a huge move. In the last couple of days, we were up, I think it was over 20%, 31% in the last couple of days, thereabouts. So once again, congrats to the bulls. We had huge bull volume the last couple of days. And like I said, due to start trading tomorrow, but we're going to be questioning about how much of this sell the news has already been accounted for. I'm going to be extremely interested in seeing how we open tomorrow, but we have this daily inside bar setup, likely going to be a daily inside bar tomorrow. So we'll have a pretty big range at 395 resistance and support at 317. And we've yet to see that EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. And we're still a ways away from hitting that overbought territory. So not completely, no major red flags at the moment, just healthy profit taking, like I said, into that news and uplisting. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bit of a gap down tomorrow, see a 5-minute EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, could be heading to 5-minute oversold. That's what I'm going to be watching out for. And then we'll be watching the weekly chart as well. You can see we're back over the 10-week moving average at 335. So a close above 335 would be bullish. We've already got a bull cross on the stochastic, and the MACD still a little bit of work to do yet, but looking like we could potentially see that cross bullish into the end of the week here as well. So Friday's close will be very telling. And then taking a look here at the weekly moving averages. So not only do we have support there at 222, 241, we also had the 50 weekly moving average there at 236, just right behind it. So a lot of support in that area. And we also had the 200-day moving average right there as well. So a lot of support in that area. And like I said, called it out. A lot of people in our group took that trade as well. And we topped out. We couldn't get over the 100-day moving average at 405. So that'll be a level of resistance to watch. We are over all the weekly moving averages. And we also have the 20-week moving average there at 405. So 405 on the 100-day moving average. So 405 is going to be the level to get over tomorrow, in my opinion. If we break that inside bar bullish, more than likely going to be an inside bar. And then ultimately a close above the weekly VWAP there at 314 would be bullish. And this is just a little delayed because stock charts is delayed at the moment. So we closed at 354. And like I said, going to be watching out for a potential daily inside bar tomorrow, but watch 405 resistance. If we do see a daily continuation and daily bounce again tomorrow, and then, like I said, a close over 314 and a close over 335 is going to be bullish here to end the week. And going to be watching that 405 level. It's going to be extremely important. And just taking a look at the weekly chart here. So bouncing on the weekly, and we have a lack of resistance here on the weekly until 476. After that, we have 550, 5 psychological 550, and then a lack up until the all-time high there at 725. So taking a look at the monthly chart as well. Today was the end of the month, so lots of monthly candle closes out there. We ended up closing with a monthly inside bar. So likely going to open up with another inside bar here for the next candle. And a tightening range. So key resistance will be 395 and key support will be 254. If we lose 254, we continue monthly consolidation. but we are holding EMA 12 here on the monthly, which is bullish in my opinion. Also closed above the 10-month moving average. So it's looking really good. If you were looking for a long-term bullish entry, then monthly consolidation is generally when you want to buy. And like I said, very bullish that we held that EMA 12 and the 10-month moving average. So taking a look at Bitcoin real quick. So we did change the daily trend, and we're set to have a monthly candle close above EMA 12 and the 10-month moving average as well. So it's looking good. Certainly looks like the bottom could be in on crypto, and we did confirm a daily uptrend, which was a point in favor of the bulls. So we now have a lot more confidence in the bulls now that that we're back over 30,000. We had a bottom there at 28,800, so that's going to be the mate. If we lose that, then it's entirely possible that we see some significant downside. But I still wouldn't rule out the bear market at that point. We could see an EMA 12 and 26 bear across here as well on the weekly, so just keep that, bear that in mind. But personally, I think that that bulls are just fine. But we did start daily consolidation after losing the low of yesterday, but trying to close over EMA 12 here, and we'll see. But daily uptrend confirmed, new daily high or low at 30,173. We need to maintain that. Anything above that's just a daily high or low, and we'll look to break resistance here at 36,675, which is the high of this bounce. So moving on, taking a look at the broader market. So SPY monthly record candle close, record weekly candle close, and record daily candle close. And we didn't lose the low of yesterday once again. So in my video yesterday, it looks like I said, keep it simple. As long as we maintain those higher lows, and we didn't lose the low of yesterday at 427.13, we came close, 127.18. So 127.18 will be the level to watch tomorrow. If we lose it, we start daily consolidation, which will be the first time since back on the 18th of June. And then if we break resistance at 428.78, the all-time high, the daily bounce continues after this V-shaped recovery and could be set up for a potential daily inside bar tomorrow. But we are up here to 428.65 after hours, up 0.14%. So bulls still very much in control of the SPY chart. And like I said, based on that monthly candle close, it's looking like we could see more upside, at least into the end of the week and the next couple of weeks. The dollar confirming a 2-day bull flag. So a little bit of cause for concern, but we didn't get much follow through here. But we're going to be continuing, we're going to continue to watch the dollar because there has been some notable strength, even though the S&P 500 has been reaching a new all-time high and all-time high record daily, weekly, and monthly candle closes. But just don't go falling asleep on the dollar right now, as we are in a daily uptrend and could be a potential cup and handle here on the daily as well. So be watching out for that. IWM today, daily consolidation, but closed back within yesterday's range. QQQ today was a bit weak. So we had the all-time high at 355.02. We had 355.23 hitting a new all-time high, but we didn't see a record daily close like SPY did. And on the weekly time frame, I guess I'm a little ahead of myself. I think I said that SPY had a weekly all-time high and record weekly candle close, but I got ahead of myself. Tomorrow's a holiday. I was thinking that this was the end of the week, that it was Friday, but apologies. It's not a weekly candle close yet, so I take that back, but we're going to watch to see if that is a weekly record candle close on QQQ and SPY, but it holds true for the monthly. So monthly is an all-time high record monthly close for QQQ and SPY. So again, it looks like we want to see more upside. We could see more upside potential leading into the rest of the week and into next week. SMH, so all-time high record daily close. We are down here about 0.5% after hours, so we're set up for a potential daily inside bar tomorrow. But again, got to be watching that low of the day today at 260.11. If we lose that, daily consolidation is underway. If we break resistance at 262.49, the daily bounce continues. So US oil broke out on the daily today, but set to close potentially within yesterday's range. So not seeing much follow through here, but we do have resistance up at 74.42, and then we'll be watching 75. And then after that, we have a level there at 76.88. So moving on to the metals. Metals trying to bounce here today. And silver sitting at the high of the day, breaking yesterday's high. And gold still yet to break the high. It's a daily inside bar with only about 43 minutes left. So we'll be watching to see how we close, but likely a tightening range into tomorrow. Trying to get the daily oversold bounce underway. Biotech sector was a bit weaker today, but held the EMA 12 on that pullback. XLE, the energy sector. So it looks like a daily inside bar 5409 resistance, and we failed to get above that, so we're going to watch for a potential daily inside bar into tomorrow as well. XLF, so consolidating, but just barely, only broke it by a couple pennies, so it's a potential daily bull flag, and we managed to close over EMA 12 there on the daily, so likely going to see more upside in my opinion tomorrow. XLV, so XLV, just taking a look here, so we did start to consolidate, but this is the healthcare sector, by the way, so it's potential daily inside bar tomorrow, but we are right at the all-time highs and going to be watching that tightening range into tomorrow as well. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but I don't think I did. So yeah, I did mention that in that article. So the Schumer pot bill is expected, and going to be watching the relationship between XLF and the MJ space. As we know, they've been somewhat correlated. They haven't been correlated as much the last couple of days, in the last week or so, but going to continue to watch that, as I expect that if we do see US companies start to uplist, we're going to see some momentum, I believe, to the upside in the financial sector as well. So NEO had a great day today, and up from yesterday's close, up about 6.5%, but we did close the day up 5.68%. So like I said, on the daily, we did have a lack of resistance all the way up until 64.60, and then the all-time high there at 66.99. I could definitely see us hitting that $72 price target, but just keep in mind that we haven't consolidated really since all the way back at 43.81. So potential for a daily inside bar tomorrow, but just keep in mind that from current levels, we could drop about 17%, still be in a daily uptrend, just looking for a daily higher low. AMD, BN, and Airbnb led the bull list today. On the bear list, we had CDAY, JMIA, and FVRR. Taking a look at the MJ space, so Hexo, monthly candle close, so we had EMA 12 there at 591, and we closed below it at 580. That's not what bulls want to see, closing near the low of the month. So low of the month was 555, but we did close at 580. We were down to 576 here after hours, but we did close above the 10-month moving average at 527. So going to see how we close the next candle, but we want to see a candle close over EMA 26. That would be the first time since all-time highs, and in my opinion, that would be a significant momentum shift. We do see the monthly Bollinger Bands are getting extremely tight as well, so we're going to be watching for a break here at some point. On the bull and bear list, we had PWR, KBEV, and N, followed by PCLO. On the bull list, we had RIV, CanTrust, and Love. So like I said, Love has all-time high resistance at 18 cents. That's the 52-week high. And this is the TSXV, but if you go on the NEO exchange, you can see that that's the 52-week high as well, a bit more trading history there. But in effort of time, going to move on. So we had Hexo and a lot of other LPs today. So Hexo had a double bottom, so nice 5-minute oversold entry there at 564. We had a bounce up to 577, but we didn't change the 5-minute trend. And then we basically gave that whole move back. We held 564 with 565, a double bottom, nice entry there, while looking for a 5-minute oversold bounce. And then that's when we had that news coincide with the Schumer bill potentially leaking in July. So that all coincided very nicely, and it happened across the board. You can see Cron, CGC, ACB, Tilray, SNDL, everybody popped, right? So it definitely seemed news driven. And if you're wondering why the MSOs didn't see as big of a bounce, again, it's because, in my opinion, that the LPs have access to the NASDAQ and the NYSE, so there's more liquidity and there's more institutions able to purchase it as well. So just a little bit more exposure from sophisticated investors. And again, until we see MSOs uplist, I expect that to be the case leading into US legalization. And again, I do think that we're going to see some legalization news here before the end of the year. Personally, again, just maybe an announcement, and then the announcement of the date sometime in 2022 when it'll actually roll out, similar to what happened in Canada. So it's going to be really interesting here into the end of the year. And taking a look at the US space, so MSOS, you can see here on the monthly time frame we do have declining bear volume, which is good to see. And we closed the month here over $40. And we have these lower wicks here on the monthly time frame as well. We also have the 10-month moving average there at 37.35. That's just starting to come into existence. And we closed above that. So that is bullish. And then on the weekly time frame, we're holding EMA 26. So close above that, and EMA 12 there at 40.69 on Friday would be bullish. On the daily time frame, It's a potential daily bull flag, which we mentioned yesterday as well. So we're going to be watching that. We don't want to lose the low here of 39.33. If we lose 39.33, that's going to negate the odds of a daily bull flag. But if we do confirm this bull flag, that's going to bring us to about the $42 area. So on the bull and bear lists on the US side, we had MMEN, KBEV, BMMJ, and BioHarvest. On the bull list, we had TAP, TerraSend, and AYR. And just taking a look at some of our other names here. So CL, nice strong daily close, confirming a daily uptrend here with the low, high, higher low, and higher high. So CL, one of our stronger MSOs. Cureleaf yet to change its daily trend, but set up for a potential trend change here, and it's a potential daily bull flag as well. So it's entirely possible that we see temporary bottoms being set here leading into July. Like I said, if we see that bill introduce, likely going to be some hype, and like I said, with Mexico set to legalize, Canada already having legalized, I just don't see the US waiting any longer, personally, until they announce it. At least announce it, right? Sometime before the end of the year, announce that they're going to legalize, and then give the actual date and official rollout at some point in 2022. I just can't see them letting the NAFTA partners, Canada and Mexico, I mean, they're smack dab right in the middle of us, right in the middle of both those countries. So I just can't see them sitting back and letting Canada and Mexico have all the fun again. Let me know in the comments below what you think. So going to wrap up there. Again, it's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap and an MJ sector review. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and tick the bell on your way out. I would appreciate it. And to all the fellow Canadians, happy Canada Day tomorrow. Markets, again, as a reminder, will be closed, but will be open in the US equity markets. So have a fantastic holiday, and we'll see you. I won't be doing a video tomorrow, but we'll see you. I may do a video, we'll see, but we'll definitely be seeing you after market close on Friday. Take care, everybody.